Hi there, in this video I'm going to tell you lots of facts about kingfishers. As you might have seen a few months ago, I filmed a video down here at the pond where my kingfisher hide is because I've started to see the kingfisher again more regularly, and in this last week I've had some great sightings and some great photographs of the kingfisher that I'm going to show you at the end of the video. But what I'm going to do for the rest of this video is I'm going to give you some facts about kingfishers because I think they are amazing birds and they're so exciting when you see one, and I'm really lucky to have this facility here where I can take pictures frequently. So stay tuned because I'm going to tell you why I really enjoy taking photos of kingfishers. The kingfisher is a small bird with unmistakable plumage. Its back is bright metallic blue and its breast is coppery brown. Its beak is long and black, although females have a red patch at the base. They have a wingspan of 25 centimetres and a body length of about 16 centimetres. It's slightly larger than a robin, but twice as heavy. A kingfisher's beak is aerodynamically efficient, allowing it to dive from its perch at maximum speed but with minimal splash. And it's so clever, in fact, that Japanese bullet trains have been designed to mimic the same shape so they can go as fast as possible. Kingfishers can only fly at one speed, and that's fast and straight, but they can hover should they need to. They don't have a song of any kind, but they do have a very distinctive flight call, which is a high, shrill whistle. Now, as their name suggests, they're expert fishers. They dive into the water for fish such as minnows and sticklebacks, but they'll also take freshwater insects and tadpoles. Few British kingfishers move more than 250 kilometres, but freezing temperatures will force them to the coast. Now, unfortunately, in winter, in cold weather, as much as 90% of the kingfishers can perish. So in the winter, kingfishers still need about 15 to 16 fish a day, and so they will often be seen raiding people's ponds if they can't find fish in rivers and streams. They were once thought to have really voracious appetites, and so much so that in the 1800s they were persecuted by fishery owners. Now, when you see a kingfisher on a perch, you will often see it bobbing its head, but it does this for a reason. What it's doing is it's trying to gauge the depth of the fish underneath the water. Then when it dives into the water, it closes its eyes, and so it's blind while it's under the water. Now, kingfishers become sexually mature at 1 year old. Now, they'll pair up in the autumn but will retain separate territories until the spring, when courtship will begin. The male will approach the female with a fish in its beak. Now, the fish will be facing outwards and it'll attempt to feed the female. Now, if he's unsuccessful, he'll simply eat the fish, but he'll repeat this process until he's successful and mating can begin. Now, when they build a nest, they tunnel into high-sided vertical sandy riverbanks to make a small nest chamber, and at the end it has a slight depression to prevent eggs from rolling out, but no material is brought into the nest. Kingfishers are renowned for their insanitary conditions of their nests, which become littered with droppings, pellets and fish bones. First clutch of between 6 to 7 eggs are laid between March and April, and each chick can eat between 12 to 18 fish a day, meaning that the adults need to catch over 120 fish every single day. Each egg takes about 25 days to incubate, and then the young can fledge after about 25 days. Now, each chick is fed in rotation, so a fish is brought to the first chick in the queue, and then it goes to the back of the queue, and so they take their turns in being fed. After they have fledged, they can be fed for up to another 4 days, but then the adults will chase them out of the territory before starting another brood. Now, a kingfisher will have 2 to 3 broods during the year. One of the main reasons for this is the high mortality rate of the young. Quite often they will die on their first dive because their feathers become waterlogged and they drown. Kingfishers are widespread across the UK, but they are absent in northern Scotland. They can be seen active around canals, rivers, streams, wetlands and ponds. Now, it is important to note that if you're thinking of taking photographs of kingfishers in the UK, they are a protective species, so it is illegal to photograph them near their nests, especially if it's likely to disturb them. What I'm doing here in my hide is the kingfishers are coming to me, so it's not causing any infractions of the law. There's one now. Now, if you're thinking of photographing kingfishers, then you need to look for them on slow moving water. Quite often they can be seen perching on lower hanging branches, because what they're going to be doing is looking into the water for fish ready to dive. There are 87 different breeds of kingfisher in the world, but only one of them breeds in Europe. The UK kingfisher has a huge worldwide distribution, and it can be found as far east as the Solomon Islands. There are several other species of kingfisher around the world. One, for instance, is the great blue. It's got very similar markings, but it's much bigger. The largest kingfisher in the world is Australia's laughing kookaburra, and it can weigh up to 500 grams, which is 15 times bigger than the UK kingfisher. A really interesting fact is that many of the world's kingfishers don't even eat fish or go near water. To differentiate the UK kingfisher from other kingfishers, it's known as the river kingfisher. So far, all of the photographs and videos you've seen of kingfishers have been ones I've seen down here in the hide over the last few years. But what I'll do now is I'll leave you with the photographs I've taken in this last week. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed that video. I've really enjoyed researching it as well and finding out lots of facts that I didn't know before. It's been great to see the kingfisher back here on the pond and get those great shots that I showed you at the end of the video. It really is amazing to see the kingfisher at such close quarters. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, you can let me know down below in the comments, or you can nip over to my Instagram or Vero account and leave me your comments there. And you can also see lots of my photographs. Now, if you like what I do on the channel or want to help support me to make future content like this, then you can leave via the gift shop. That's at Teespring. There I've got a range of merchandise on offer, so head off over there because a purchase is very much appreciated. And don't forget the super thanks button as well. But you don't have to spend any money at all to support the channel. You can do that simply by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. It really helps me out and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Watch out for next week's video. That goes live on Sunday. In the meantime, go and check out this video just up here. But all that's left now is to say, stay safe and I'll see you soon.